14.1 exponents. When we talk about exponents, we're used to seeing like this, 2 cubed, right? And we know that the exponent is that little 3, the little number at the very top right corner. But there are actually names for every single part of this display here. So we know that the 3 is called the exponent. The 2 is considered our base, and all together this is called a power. Okay, so let us do a couple of examples here. We're going to write the expression using exponents. Remember, exponent is like saying 3 squared. Right? The squared part is the exponent. So here we're going to look to find out what exponent we need to use. We need to count how many negative 7s we have. We have 1, 2, 3. So we know our exponent is 3 and our base is what? Negative 7. Okay, over here we have two things. We have 2 pi's and we have 3 r's. So we know r cubed times pi squared. You could also just write it without that dot in the middle, like that. All right. Now let's try a couple more. Here we have negative 2 to the 4th power, right? The exponent is 4, our base is negative 2, and all this together is called the power. So we would imagine this would be negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. 4 times, right? 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. We have a negative times a negative, that's a positive. A negative times a negative, that's a positive. So this is actually positive. Now on this one's different. Same thing. We have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, this could also be written like this. Negative 2 to the 4th, right? So we know we have to multiply all of these and then apply our negative last. So this answer is going to be a negative 16. All right, time for you to write in your notes. There are, you just have to label the diagram of the power, exponent, and base. All right. When we talk about evaluating expressions, we have to remember using PEMDAS. And PEMDAS is what? Parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Actually, you can make this be like x squared. Okay. So we have to remember this when we're evaluating this here. So the first thing we want to do is, are there any parentheses? No. So don't worry about that. Is there an exponent? Yes, that's right here. So let's evaluate that. 4 to the power of 4 is 256. Okay. Then, so our equation then becomes like this. Right, so we did our exponents. Now we need to do our multiplication. So 3 plus 2 times 256 is 512. So we did our multiplication. There is no division, but we can do our addition last. So it is 512 plus 3, 515 is then our answer. Okay, just follow PEMDAS. Okay, time for you to write in your notes what PEMDAS stands for, and then to do some practice problems. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. All right, just a couple hints on these practice problems. Write the product using the exponents. Well, we have 2 different types here. We have that one and that one. So our base is going to be this one. And our other base is going to be x. How many 0.3s do you see? And how many x's do you see? Okay, on this one, remember this one is just the same as writing this, right? Your base is 5. You're going to have how many of them? 4 of them. But your answer at the end is going to be negative, right? So you can evaluate that, plug it into your calculator, and find out what the exact answer is. And then the last two here. Evaluate the expression. Remember, we're going to use what? PEMDAS. Okay, no parentheses. There are a couple of exponents, so 3 to the third power, 8 to the second power, divided by 2. Now that we've done our exponents, let's go down the list, do any multiplication, division, adding, and subtracting. All right, on this one here, there is a parentheses. We need to do what's inside the parentheses first. So we end up with this, right? What's a negative times 10 squared? That's negative 100 plus 70. What is negative 100 plus 70? It's a negative 30. So then what is your answer? All right. That is it for 14.1.